is News 3 Now at 10.
This was a common scene today across southern Wisconsin, digging out from the overnight storm. For those shoveling today, at least it was a light snow. Good evening to all of you, and thanks for joining us. With the additional snowfall, we are just about at the average accumulation for this time of year.
So far, more than 2 feet of snow have fallen in Madison this winter. Let's go right to meteorologist Dana Fulton with our first warn forecast. Dana?
This system really hopping up those accumulation totals for the season, though. We had quite a bit sliced through this storm right on forecast with what we were looking at over the last several days. Totals over 6 inches for a band stretching through south central Wisconsin, lesser amounts northwest of Dane County and to the southeast. And in Horicon, we picked up almost 9.5 inches. Mineral Point, almost 9 inches total. And in Sauk City, about 7. Out here on our backyard patio, about 7.5 inches for us. So quite a measurable event. Again, a little bit of an effort this morning to get things cleaned up, but thankfully radar is quiet for us tonight. And so look ahead to tomorrow. It's likely going to stay in that pattern for the next several days. We'll get to enjoy a little quiet stretch before our next chance for snow builds in. 8 for an overnight low tonight. Partly cloudy skies expected for the next few days. Not really seeing much of a precipitation chance, but looking ahead to the weekend and the middle of next week, 2 more opportunities for some snow to build in. We'll take a closer look at your full 10-day in just a few minutes.
All right, Dana, thank you. A snow emergency is currently in place for Madison as the city's streets division works to clear the remaining side streets. According to the streets division, plowing operations will continue through the night and into tomorrow. The snow emergency will be in effect for the next 2 nights. They say the full city plowing operation began about 11 this morning once the snow ended, and it could take 12 to 16 hours before streets receive their initial plowing.
Schools faced a new question for the first time today. Take a traditional snow day or switch to virtual learning. As many schools started transitioning from virtual to in-person instruction, they switched back today. Instead of canceling school because of road conditions, they're telling students to stay home and tune in online instead. That's what Mount Horeb schools did today, and Superintendent Steve Salerno says it's the best of both worlds.
By allowing an e-learning day today also allows the kids to get out and get some fresh air and run around and enjoy a snow day.
Many schools intended to go virtual today, but ended up choosing the traditional snow day. Administrators credit that to a lack of time to make a decision. And you can stay on top of the weather as it changes right from your phone. Just download our Channel 3000 weather app. It is free right now wherever you get your apps.
New tonight, the world has now surpassed 100 million confirmed cases of coronavirus in a little over a year. When it comes to deaths, more than 2.1 million have died worldwide. In Wisconsin, nearly 70,000 people have now received both doses of the coronavirus vaccine. DHS says a total of 363,000 doses have been administered so far in the state. 59 more people in Wisconsin died today from the virus.
President Biden says the federal government will be purchasing 200 million more doses of the COVID-19 vaccines, 100 million from Pfizer and 100 million from Moderna. Those additional doses are expected to come in the summer. During his remarks, the president also promised to increase transparency with state and local leaders who are frustrated with the communication on vaccine supply. State health officials have also announced which groups will be eligible next to receive the vaccine in Phase 1B. That list includes educators, child care workers, food supply chain workers, public transit workers, people enrolled in Medicaid long-term programs, incarcerated individuals, and more. We have a more in-depth breakdown of these groups and when they can expect to get their vaccines on channel3000.com. Tonight, the state Senate has voted to overturn Wisconsin's mask mandate, despite warnings from virtually every sector of the healthcare community that doing so would impair efforts to combat the pandemic.
The Republican Assembly Speaker signaled he'll likely take it up for a vote next. Passage would put Wisconsin in a minority of states without a statewide mandate. Naomi Coles reports.
The vote wasn't purely on party lines tonight. 2 Republicans actually joined their Democrat colleagues in voting against the measure. Still, 18 Republicans were enough to overturn the only statewide COVID protection measure we have in place right now in Wisconsin. The state Senate debated the resolution for hours.
We can't even pass a bill between the Senate and the House.
And as of mid-afternoon, 23 mostly medical associations had registered opposition to the bill, a number that nearly doubled from early morning. That includes the Wisconsin Hospital Association, Wisconsin Medical Society, and more. No group registered in favor.
I'm pissed.
I'm pissed because my neighbors are dying. I'm pissed because I haven't hugged my family. But the rest of society is wondering what the hell we're doing here today.
Republicans argue that the statewide mask mandate is based off an unlawful public health emergency order, since the original emergency order was announced in March and expired in 60 days.
There's no such thing as a perpetual emergency.
Open the schools. Get the kids in the classrooms. And my fear on this resolution is that people in our state will use the actions of this chamber to say, well, there's another reason we can't open our schools.
Democrats say voting it down is political, something the legislature didn't dare do before November's election.
We didn't come back here in August because of the elections that were coming up.
According to the National Academy for State Health Policy, 41 states, including Wisconsin, have a statewide mask mandate in place, and all but one are under an emergency order. The Senate has sent the resolution to the Assembly. The Assembly has already scheduled a vote for Thursday. Now, this does not overturn local mask mandate measures like here in Dane County, but this would, if it passes the Assembly, it would repeal the statewide version of this mask mandate in Wisconsin. Reporting at the Capitol, Naomi Coles for News 3 Now.
New tonight, SSM Health is opening a new COVID-19 vaccination site located at Dean Medical Group, Janesville East. It'll open this Thursday. The healthcare provider says the site will greatly expand vaccine access to eligible patients. They say right now all COVID-19 vaccinations are by appointment only. SSM, as well as UW Health and UW Point Health, are all proactively reaching out to currently eligible patients. And CVS Pharmacy is going to start offering on-site vaccinations in 11 states starting next month. That's according to Dr. David Fairchild, the company's Associate Chief Medical Officer. However, he did not say specifically what states are involved.
It has been nearly 1 year since UW Health saw its first patient who tested positive for COVID-19. Now the healthcare provider is looking back on its progress.
I feel really confident that we did the right things, knowing there were, significant, fiscal consequences to that. There were significant staffing consequences. We made other people's lives more difficult. But in the end, I think most people would agree, you know what, it was worth it. It was worth it to be prepared.
In the last year, 941 patients have been hospitalized with COVID-19 at UW Health, with a single-day high of 90 patients. The former Wisconsin pharmacist accused of intentionally spoiling hundreds of COVID vaccine doses is expected to plead guilty to his charges in federal court. 46-year-old Stephen Brandenburg of Grafton was charged with 2 counts of attempting to tamper with consumer products. He has agreed to plead guilty to the charges, which carry a maximum sentence of 10 years in prison. He was also charged in Ozaukee County Circuit Court earlier this month with misdemeanor property damage.
Vice President Kamala Harris got her second dose of the vaccine today. She went to the National Institutes of Health in Bethesda, Maryland to receive it. The Vice President's vaccine series is from Moderna, which is still one of only 2 authorized vaccines. The second impeachment trial of former President Donald Trump took another step forward today as members of the Senate were sworn in as jurors. It comes a day after House managers delivered the Senate a sole article of impeachment accusing Mr. Trump of inciting the deadly riot at the Capitol on January 6th. But some Republicans question whether the Senate even has a right to hold the trial because Mr. Trump is no longer in office. That includes Wisconsin U.S. Senator Ron Johnson. The senator who is presiding over the trial was hospitalized just hours after today's opening. The attending physician at the Capitol says Senator Patrick Leahy of Vermont wasn't feeling well. Officials say the 80-year-old senator was sent to the hospital out of an abundance of caution for observation. Senator Leahy is the Senate President pro tempore and the longest-serving senator of the majority party, has since been discharged tonight from the hospital.
President Biden had his first call with Russia's President Vladimir Putin today. The White House press secretary said he entered the phone call with the intention of discussing the New START nuclear treaty. But President Biden reportedly confronted Putin about a massive cyber attack on U.S. agencies, alleged bounties on American troops, and other grievances against the country. The administration says Biden plans to be more firm with Putin during his presidency. President Biden is also expected to reopen enrollment for Obamacare this Thursday as part of a series of executive actions on health care. It comes at a time when more Americans could be facing a loss of health coverage. The Trump administration cut open enrollment on the federal exchanges in half to 6 weeks. It ended on December 15th, but President Biden has the power to open it up again.
A federal judge in Texas is temporarily putting the brakes on one of President Biden's first actions on immigration. The judge blocking a 100-day pause on deportations that took effect on Friday. The decision came after Texas's Attorney General filed a lawsuit against the policy. President Biden put most deportations on hold on his first day in office, saying he wants to ensure a fair immigration system. Today's ruling paused that policy for 2 weeks. All border wall construction is scheduled to grind to a halt tomorrow, according to U.S. Customs and Border Protection. That move is in line with President Biden's executive order signed last Wednesday, halting all border wall-related construction authorized under the Trump administration.
At least 150 people have now been arrested since the deadly Capitol riots nearly 3 weeks ago. Law enforcement officials say they expect hundreds more to be arrested in the future. The FBI has identified over 200 people who participated in the riots and has received more than 200,000 tips. The acting U.S. Capitol Police Chief has admitted the department was aware of a strong potential for violence targeting Congress and did not take the appropriate steps to prevent it. Officers are in talks to hold a vote of no confidence in the department's leadership. The CEO of MyPillow has been banned from Twitter. Mike Lindell was suspended for repeatedly violating the civic integrity policy when he shared election misinformation. Twitter enacted the new policy after the Capitol insurrection. It is not immediately clear which tweets led to Lindell's ban. According to Twitter, the more violations, the more severe the ban.
And still to come tonight, your updated forecast as we keep an eye on some additional snow chances later in the week. But first, as the cold settles in, a local nonprofit is asking those who don't need their latest stimulus checks to consider donating them. Stay with us.
Have a nice day.
I'm going to. And you've dealt with that, right?
Still hard to find a spot, just easier to park. Still the big move, just more moving. Still singing, just more in tune. Still the gang's all here, just less are we there yet. The Chevy family of SUVs, making life's journey just better.
Get over $3,700 cash allowance on most 2021 Equinox models. Plus, current Chevy owners with an eligible GM credit card get an additional $1,750 total allowance. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Your eyes are everything. They're how you see the world and connect with others. At Shopco Optical, your eyes are everything to us too, which is why we offer everything to help you see better and look better. A huge selection of designer frames, convenient locations, and experienced optometrists. We're Shopco Optical. You'll see. Right now, get 50% off frames with any lens purchase.
Imagine facing Wisconsin's bitter cold winter without a warm home, or the blistering heat of summer without power, then having to make the tough choice between eating or meeting other basic survival needs. Unfortunately, over 200,000 of our neighbors in need will face this difficult decision with no place else to turn, including those who are now unemployed due to the COVID-19 crisis. Keep a neighbor in crisis safely in their home during these difficult times by supporting and donating to the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund today.
Happy Reuben wants to wish you a Happy New Year. This January, Rubens has received new and exciting furniture from all over the world. Stop in for a look at our new marble table or sink into a soft Danish-designed leather sofa. Rubens stores have hundreds of items for immediate delivery. Why wait? It's time to brighten up your home. Days are getting longer, and spring will be here in a few short months. Come visit us at our downtown or west side store today. All of us at Rubens wish you a happy and healthy new year.
Like I said, this is a dipstick.
Dipstick.
Hey folks, Wisconsin's legislature is seeing the highest level of black representation in state history.
Wednesday morning, we'll talk to one of those lawmakers on making history. We'll see you starting at 4:30 on News 3 Now this morning.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Welcome back. Despite the decrease in air travel due to the pandemic, TSA agents are confiscating guns from passengers at a record rate. More than 3,200 guns were confiscated at U.S. airports last year. 83% of them were loaded. Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson International had the most firearms discovered of any airport, 220 of them. Dallas-Fort Worth was second with 176. The agency says it found about 10 firearms per million passengers screened last year, compared to about 5 firearms per million passengers screened back in 2019. Here's a sign of some optimism for the air travel industry. Delta says it'll return 400 pilots this summer to full active status. In a memo last week, the airline's senior vice president of operations said the company is optimistic that travel demand will go up as more people get vaccinated from COVID-19. He added the plan is well ahead of the company's original estimate. However, Delta declined to comment about future flight capacity or schedule planning.
Cici's, the restaurant chain that's best known for its pizza buffets, has filed for bankruptcy. In a court filing, the company blamed the pandemic. The chain currently has about 300 locations across 26 states. Unlike other pizza companies, Cici's struggled making delivery a viable option due to its buffet-style dining model, and regulations limiting in-person dining have impacted the company's bottom line. Well, here's some news for the family movie lover. According to The Hollywood Reporter, early development efforts are underway at HBO Max for a Harry Potter live-action series. The publication cited sources who said executives have had multiple conversations with possible writers to explore ideas. They have considered broad ideas as part of early exploratory meetings. They don't yet have a writer or any talent attached to the project. The same weather system that dropped several inches of snow in Wisconsin overnight also triggered a deadly tornado in the south. These daylight images show just some of the destruction outside Birmingham, Alabama. The twister ripped the walls right off this hotel, flattened other structures, and led to the death of a teenager who was killed when he became trapped in the basement of his home. At least 30 others were injured.
As the snow and cold settles in, a local nonprofit is encouraging people to donate to their mission of helping the homeless. Porchlight says they've heard of many people who don't feel like they need their stimulus checks to pay their bills right now, and they're asking those people to donate to agencies working to prevent eviction and homelessness. Porchlight's one of many agencies dealing with increased costs. For instance, costs at the men's shelter on the east side have skyrocketed during the pandemic, and the CARES Act funding isn't covering all of it.
It's having meals catered for supper and breakfast every day, professional cleaning every day and sanitization, having fresh, cleaned laundry by a professional company every day, and security services. So these are all expenses we didn't have a year ago.
The First Street shelter can currently hold up to 250 people. The number of residents hasn't been too high in the past few days, but they do expect more to come by once temperatures dip below zero.
And here's meteorologist Dana Fulton with a look at our forecast.
We are going to move into quite a cool stretch now that the snow wrapping up for us early this morning. Again, out on the patio, measuring about 7.5 inches. The official measurement for Madison, though, at the airport, the north side of the lakes, usually tends to see numbers a little lower than what we see in Verona and in Middleton. So just at about 4.7 inches for accumulation for Madison. Officially, Portage right at 4 inches. So again, a little bit of a dig out this morning compared to where we're usually at this winter. Usually about 8.5 inches of snow, and this system really bumping us up back to that 28-inch mark, 28.5 inches where we're usually at for this time or for a year. Compared to last year, though, we were already at 37 inches, so a lot more snow coming through last winter. This winter so far close to average, but not quite at the race that we were at last winter. Radar's quiet tonight. We won't see any of those numbers climb up overnight or as we head into tomorrow. Our next snow chances going to at least give us a few days before it starts to build in as the system pulls further into the northeast, dragging all of that moisture along with it. For us, we're watching our skies steadily become partly cloudy, and that means tomorrow we'll get a little bit of sunshine back. It's also going to be a little cooler outside. High pressure is keeping things pretty quiet, but a little chilly for the next few days. Overnight, we'll be dropping to the single digits for early Wednesday morning temperatures. We'll be sitting there for much of southern Wisconsin, but thankfully our wind's not picking up too much over the next few days, so we don't have to factor in too much of a wind chill for early Wednesday. and again as we look ahead to early Thursday. Afternoon highs for Wednesday will be in the upper teens, so a chilly afternoon, even with some of that sunshine coming through, really not going to be enough to help warm us up. And then for Thursday, again, overnight low temperatures dropping just a little bit below zero. With a light breeze, it's likely going to feel like we're closer to that 5 to 10 below zero range, so a little lower than our actual temperatures. Quite a chilly start to the day, and then in the afternoon, high temperatures will again be in the upper teens with a few pockets of sunshine possible. Not going to see a lot of sunshine, but after the last few days, it'll be nice to have a little bit of sun in the mix. Partly sunny skies for tomorrow. High temperatures again in the upper teens, so it is going to be a little colder outside. Even for January, usually this time of year we see temperatures in the mid to upper 20s, so we're a bit below average with these high temperatures and overnight low temperatures for the next several days. Also expecting a little more active pattern with those snow chances developing as we look at our 8 to 14 day outlook. Very likely that we will be trending above average with our precipitation into early February. We have a few opportunities for snow. Right now we're pretty close to average for our snowfall, and if those two systems really start to bring in a little more accumulation, we could really watch those totals climb for us over the next 10 days or so. A little bit of sun again for Wednesday and Thursday. High temperatures in the upper teens. Overnight lows tonight in the single digits. For Thursday morning, Wednesday overnight, we'll be dropping below zero, and then for early Friday morning in the single digits again. So a chilly series for us for the next few days. Then that next snow chance builds in for the weekend. We're expecting that light snow overnight into Sunday with high temperatures in the 30s. So we warm up just a little bit, and then we stay close to average, if not above average, through the start of next week, bringing along another snow chance for the middle and end of the week. So certainly don't put the snow shovel away just yet after this system. We do have a few days of some quiet weather before you might need it again.
And it's turning us into an icebox out there with all the snow on the ground.
It is. It's helping to insulate things just a little bit more and keeping us quite chilly for the next several days, even with that sun.
I see Canalte's nemesis, the groundhog, on your 10-day there. So.
Those two, they'll have to duke it out next week, yes.
Yeah, we'll see what happens there. All right. Dana, thank you. Just ahead in sports, the Badger men still looking to put it all together on the court, while they say this 3-game stretch coming up is just the perfect time to do it. Zach has sports next.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
It's a great time to update the floors in your home and save big money during Menards Home Improvement Sale. Great Lakes flooring is crafted to stand the test of time. Traverse vinyl plank flooring is extremely durable and is perfect for any room in your home. It's waterproof, features an attached pad, and is easy to install. Right now, only $279 per square foot. Save on your next project. Now, during Menards Home Improvement Sale.
Save big money at Menards.
Right now, join Planet Fitness for no enrollment. $10 a month, no commitment. 2020 is over. Make your move today with tons of variety in our clean and spacious clubs. And spread out while you work out with cardio distancing and our new crowd meter. Plus, use our app to get moving anywhere. Your fitness is essential. Join for no enrollment, $10 a month, no commitment. Hurry, this deal ends January 27th.
5 Madison area locations. Sign up for $10 a month. Stop in today.
In the truck game, greatness is defined by a relentless commitment to the customer, forged over decades, built by a team resolute in helping you achieve your greatness. Experience this award-winning lineup today. Ford F-Series, America's best-selling truck for 44 years straight and counting.
Hurry to get $7,250 in total savings on a Bill Ford Tough F-150 XLT at your local Ford dealer.
So I can get the latest phones free with no hidden requirements?
Yep. And do I have to get the most expensive plan?
Nope. No plan restrictions.
Okay, but we have to trade in our phones.
Right?
Right?
Nope. Keep your phones.
Did you say free phone?
Yep. The latest phone's free for you.
Okay,
Switch to US Cellular and get the latest 5G phones free with no hidden requirements. US Cellular.
Accurate news as it happens.
We need more vaccine to be allocated to our state.
Right here, where you live.
In 2022, we should hopefully have a new and improved Beltline.
Information that you can use.
Water backup is not part of the standard homeowners insurance coverage.
From the team you can trust.
This bomb was placed in a way that really could have hurt people.
For more local stories that impact your life, News 3 Now. Waking up to stuff like this should never be a surprise. Watch News 3 Now First Warn Weather so you always know what's headed our way.
On the next Live Before, our happiness expert shows us how to find purpose in life, and we'll get an update on the vaccine rollout in Wisconsin from the Department of Health Services.
Pretty close to this time of year last year is when the Wisconsin men started putting it all together, and then they closed the season with 8 straight wins on their way to a share of the Big Ten title. This season in Big Ten play, they're playing in a 3-game pattern. Win 2 and then lose 1. But with games against Maryland and 2 straight against Penn State coming up, this is the right time in their schedule to get to 3 in a row.
Making sure that, you're getting better every single day, because come March, it's go time. So obviously we're not as, like you said, as consistent as we'd like to be. We know where we can be, potentially. We've shown flashes of that throughout the season.
We'll be right where we need to be at the end of the year. So we keep talking. We win 2, then we lose. We win 2, then we lose. We got to get over that hump. Once you win 3 in a row, it becomes a habit. So we got to string a few together here and get on a roll.
The Badger men's hockey team started the second half of their season ranked 12th in the country, and after splitting with #1 ranked Minnesota, sweeping Arizona State, and then splitting with Penn State, the Badgers dropped a spot to 13. Makes total sense, right? Well, this year more than others, the rankings do matter more as far as the tournament goes. And for Tony Granato, well, he's paying attention to the polls a little more than usual this year, but not that much more.
I know I like our team. I know we deserve what we've done so far. We've set ourselves up to be in a position to deserve the privilege of being able to play in the tournament. But, the only thing we can do is control what's in front of us as far as continuing to play well. So we still got work to do. We still got to keep working to improve.
It was a special night for Keandre Miller. The former Badger lit the lamp in the first period, netting his first career NHL goal. Now, Miller's goal gave the Rangers the lead. However, the Sabres, they came back to win it. On the mat, the Badger wrestling team moved up 4 spots to sit 18th in the country after their upset win over then number 16 Purdue on Sunday. Big part of that W was Eric Barnett, who pinned the number 2 ranked wrestler at 125. And because of that performance, Barnett was named the Big Ten's co-wrestler of the week. And for the first time since 1960, the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame will have an empty class. No candidate on the ballot reached the 75% mark, meaning nobody is heading to the Hall in 2021. Curt Schilling was the highest vote getter at 71%, followed by Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens. We're back after this.
Dear all-wheel drive, I'm your new co-pilot, Camry. Let's show the road what we've got. Snowy streets, we're coming for you. Icy grip, we're holding tight. Wintry mix, meh. Safety's the name of our game. Steady, Camry all-wheel drive.
Right now, you can get 0.9% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2021 Toyota Camry. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
The modern farmhouse look is here to stay, and we have it for less at Slumberland Furniture. Start out with neutrals. Use a beige or light gray sofa as your base to build on. Next, mix and match metals and wood. Try adding contrast by using light with dark. Finally, add home-style pillows and unique farmhouse accessories. Play around and have fun. Get your current look for less at Slumberland Furniture.
If a physical or emotional condition keeps you from working, Social Security should pay disability benefits. Often it doesn't, and deserving people are denied. I'm attorney Don Becker. Don't give up. In Wisconsin, we've turned thousands of disability denials into approvals. Disability law is all we do.
Call the Becker Law Office, 1-800-254-7766.
Did you know that 178 million Americans are missing at least one tooth?
It's true.
That's why at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we only focus on tooth replacement solutions.
Whether it's a single tooth, full dentures, or dental implants, we have an experienced dentist who can create a new smile just for you.
At a price that's affordable.
Because at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we want you
to go ahead and smile.
Incomparable design makes it beautiful. State-of-the-art technology makes it brilliant. The Lexus NX with pedestrian detection, lane departure alert, and Amazon Alexa compatibility. Standard. Experience the crossover in its most visionary form.
Lease the 2021 NX300 all-wheel drive for $359 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
A surprise party, a wedding proposal, an unexpected bonus at work. Some surprises are awesome, but this? Weather like this should never be a surprise. Not when you watch News 3 Now, where you get an accurate, reliable forecast, so you're never caught off guard by the weather. Need to get up early to shovel, add time to your commute, wear boots, rebook a flight? Let News 3 Now First Warn Weather give you everything you need to know so you can plan your life. News 3 Now, your vaccine information headquarters. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Dana Fulton's back. One final check of the forecast.
We're in for a cold night. Temperatures will drop to the single digits for overnight lows. Tomorrow we'll have partly sunny skies with temperatures in the upper teens for afternoon highs, so a little below average, a little colder for us, but we will get the sunshine back, and that's going to stay with us for Thursday and into Friday. Our next chance for snow, though, really starts to develop late in the day on Saturday and lasts through Sunday. Let's see some minor accumulations with that event on the weekend, and then another opportunity for snow develops for the middle and end of next week. So a few more chances to pick up a little more snow. Right now, our measurement in Madison, 10 inches on the ground. Probably going to see that climb up here in a little bit.
All right, Dana, thank you, and thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good, be well, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.